God is saying to you today, there are times that you wish you had started sooner, that you had taken the spiritual turn earlier and realized how to navigate your life more thoroughly at an earlier age. But it doesn't work that way. You're in this position now because of the very lessons, twists, and turns you ultimately went through. You had to get lost in order to find your way. That's what makes the entire experience even more fulfilling. The breakthroughs that are on their way too, you wouldn't be as special if you had it from the very start. This is all by design. You're not late. You're not missing anything. You're on divine time. Like this video, if you have a belief in God, you know you're truly grateful when you start becoming more emotional. You can just be sitting there and suddenly find yourself overwhelmed with joy out of seemingly nothing. You tear up at the thought of how good you have it. You think about all the things you overcame, but more importantly, all the things God kept you from having to overcome. Take these moments in. Allow them to run their course through you. This is one of the highest connections to alignment that you can experience, and it'll stay with you for a lifetime. Subscribe our channel if you believe in God. God says, things always work out one way or another. With that foundation set, enter a state of mind where you expect some unexpected things to happen for you. Believe in shifts so massive that by this time next year, your life is unrecognizable. You've been piecing together small wins. They add up. You're also due for some massive changes that shake up your world to better match your vision. You deserve that kind of liberty. Type, I embrace my power to affirm. Universe message, I know you want to move on and start doing new and bigger things with your life. Some of the tasks you've been taking on seem redundant. You've been doing them for a while, but this is the time to find a way to excel. It is in your best interest now to go above and beyond on all your tasks, even the menial ones, even the ones you don't want to be doing, because in order to graduate from them, you have to put in the added effort to conquer them, to be seen, to be taken seriously. It's time for your outer results to begin matching all of your inner growth. You deserve more, and you'll get it. Type, I am ready to shine to affirm. It's good to have a vision of how you want your life to be, but the resistance comes when you try to plan out every detail of how that life should be formulated. Always keep the vision of the end goal on the screen of your mind, and then throw out the demands you have of how to go about getting there. See, life is a fun lesson. It wants you to have what you desire, but it'll very rarely give it to you the way you plan it. Because the point is for you to grow while manifesting. Trust the process that is unfolding and allow the forces that be to deliver your prize in whichever way it sees fit. It'll be far more fulfilling and fruitful experience. Type 777 to receive it. You're on the brink of overcoming things you've been forced to deal with for some time. The closure in many lessons has arrived. Your renewed sense of energy is prepared to move you into a new level of creativity and thinking. This is a work of polarity. Everything you had to go through will now flip into things you'll get to grow through. Life is changing for the better, and your upgrade has arrived. Type 333 if you trust God. Remember, the body does not have the capacity to overthink. Only the mind does. So when the mind is heavy, shift your presence to your physical body. Massage the palm of your hand. Walk barefoot on grass while giving your attention to your feet, focusing on the ground energy flowing through you. Smell some essential oils. The more attention the body gets, the less the mind receives. Stabilizing energy is always more important than anyone thought. This is alignment, mind, body, and soul synergy. Type yes to claim. God is saying to you today, you have this tendency to overanalyze things. You're intelligent, curious, and just now really starting to explore the depths of life. So it would only make sense that your mind is active. The importance of taking time to silence your mind has been made prevalent lately. And it is beneficial. It's just as beneficial, though, to listen to what your mind is focused on when it is active. When you're in a good place in your life, your thoughts can be incredibly valuable. You're constantly receiving divine direction in the thought form. It is no different than the synchronicities you see happening around you. They're also happening within you. Be mindful. Universe says, don't let your desires and goals distract you from acknowledging the value and importance of your existence in this very moment. This is your reminder to make every day count. You will continue to grow, your best days are yet to be, and you will manifest all your wishes. But nothing exceeds the significance of your current state of being. You've accomplished a great deal. You've endured a lot. Take a moment to pat yourself on the back. You are dynamic. You are valuable. Maintain your passion for life. Type, I am becoming aware to affirm. God is saying to you today, you're going to start meeting interesting people, ones who align with the different aspects of your growth. You're going to have new and vivid thoughts and dreams, ones that allow you to see your path more clearly so that you stumble less and enjoy more. Your awareness is spawning your guidance system to become louder and clearer. Synchronicities will become common. Luck will be in your favor. This is just the beginning of the fun and magic you're tuning into. These are the plot twists that will create an entirely new experience for you. Angel's message for you. Today, you've created so many triggers throughout the years, and while you want to address them head on, it's ideal to do so from an elevated state, and not from the same space that created the triggers to begin with. In other words, don't try to be a hero right now. Until such time as you are in alignment with your purpose and truth, there's no need to put yourself through the ringer. It's like running a marathon. You would have to train first. You'd have to prepare your body for the conquering. The mind is no different. Focus on what makes you feel fulfilled. Focus on what elevates you. Your battles won't feel so arduous after you become bigger than them. Type, I'm gentle with myself to affirm. Type 333 if you have faith on Lord. Even though your body, mind, and soul are interconnected as one, they can still be maneuvered separately. This means that if the body is doing one thing, the mind can be doing another. This is helpful to remember when there is a lot going on around you. Allow your physical self to do what's necessary for the course of your day, but your mind and spirit can remain in a rested position, as if you never left meditation or bed. Since your body feeds off your mind and soul, things will become more easily accomplished in your day. God message today: be mindful of the fact that the only difference between a good or a bad day is your state of mind. Mondays are conquered by acknowledging that you create the energy of any given day. It's no different than a weekend, so long as you don't allow your physical schedule to govern your internal state of being. You are in control. You dictate your experiences. Every moment is a fresh blessing. Type, I am ready to shine, to affirm. You shouldn't have to be a soldier your entire life. You shouldn't have to spend the rest of it healing either. I mean, you need to overcome the conditionings that have been holding you back. But there's also a point when you have to just start being. That's what you came here for. Not for lifelong lessons, but for that projection into pure stability, ease, abundance, and genuine happiness. That struggle and situation that you're currently dealing with hasn't got the power to defeat you. It's here to liberate you. Struggles often instill within us courage, tenacity, and strength. However, before they do, they often leave us feeling defeated and drained. What first knocks you down often lifts you higher once you come out the other end of it. You will get through this struggle, however, if you define it as being impossible to overcome, or you see yourself as not being strong enough to handle it. Then continue to hold yourself back from the bliss that are just beyond this current lesson. Type yes if you're ready. And share this video with 5 people who trust God. It's important to set clear and healthy boundaries as an empath in a narcissistic or emotionally unintelligent world. This is because when you see someone suffering or problems, you don't have to make them your own and carry emotional or mental weight of what's not yours. You are not responsible for others, and they aren't responsible for you. You don't owe anything to anyone, and they don't owe anything to you. The only person you can truly help and have control over is yourself. If you don't discern, be mindful of your energy, you may ending up living in the minds and bodies of others and feel disconnected from yourself. Let go what's not yours. Realizing this will save you from draining your energy. Type, I am anchored within, to affirm comment, Jesus is Lord. God is saying to you today, whenever you do something, put your heart and soul into it. Don't do anything half-heartedly in life. Your absolute commitment shows the universe that you're ready for the highest frequency. When you do something wholeheartedly, your consciousness completely shifts into that direction, and the manifestation process accelerates exponentially. You gotta start making the choices that reflect your commitment towards whatever your soul resonates with. Channel all your energy into the things that fulfill your soul, and let the universe cell express its magic through your very being. Align with your higher purpose. Like this video if you have a belief in God. God is saying to you today, that voice within you that tells you to give up or that you're not good enough isn't who you are, nor is it a reflection of the truth. It's simply a reflection of how you're feeling or an echo of your pain. That voice often repeats the script of who you were with or how you used to talk to yourself. That is until you challenge it and begin to change it. No matter how loud or quiet that disempowering voice is, don't allow yourself to be talked into hurting yourself or talked out of coming into alignment with your best self. When it awakens, move through it and tune back into the voice of your higher self. Subscribe our channel if you believe in God. God says, we are going through a huge clearing. Karmic contracts, vows, and ancestral patterns are being cleared. Along with that, we are clearing emotional trauma, disempowerment, toxic patterns, and limiting beliefs that have been accumulated this life, past lives, and generational hand-downs. Flow, my loves. You will notice things coming up or being brought up randomly, like opening the can of worms. Empty that can. You may find yourself feeling confused and emotional. Cry it out. Tears are healing. Connect to your inner light and not the ego. Trust your intuition. You know the right thing to do. I have noticed that besides the sacral chakra being affected, many people have knee issues/injuries at this time, as these energies are stored there. Allow the release to take place. Self-care is key at this time. Type, I embrace my power to affirm. Universe message. When you start outgrowing your past, it's really rare that people from your past understand you. As you start evolving, your highest self requires you to move into the unknown, but the old relationships or friendships would want you to stay the same. If someone really loves you, they will embrace your growth and support you in your journey. They won't ask you to stay in your past because of their attachment. You can't live life for the role you play in other people's life. You have to be the center of your universe. Never feel guilty for making your growth and highest self a priority. Type, I am ready to shine to affirm. You're not going to run out of money, remain unsupported, or live a miserable life if you drop what was familiar and promising, but no longer aligns with who you're becoming. These fears are purely coming from the mind, the ego, and the aspect of you that developed coping mechanisms to survive. You're teaching yourself a new way of thriving where peace and playfulness is your priority, where you don't have to do anything you feel obliged towards for another second, where you don't have to convince yourself that something is workable when it feels misaligned. You're not going crazy. Real shifts are happening within you. Embrace and feel it all with grace. Leveling up. Type, I am being prepared for miracles to affirm. The universe responds to your frequency. It doesn't recognize your personal desires, wants, or needs. It only understands the frequency in which you are vibrating at. For example, if you are vibrating in the frequency of fear, guilt, or shame, you are going to attract things of a similar vibration. If you are vibrating in the frequency of love, joy, and abundance, you are going to attract things that support that frequency. It's kind of like tuning into a radio station. You have to be tuning into the music you want to listen to, just like you have to be tuned into the energy you want to manifest into your life. Change your mindset. It will change your life. Type 333 if you trust God. You've likely tried everything for your emotional pain, but have you tried healing from your past? Things only get better once you acknowledge and honor how you feel and what has occurred. That emotional pain can't be covered up. When you try to do that, it tends to pop back up somewhere else in your life. No exterior achievement will solve it. In fact, those external achievements tend to feed the ego, which inadvertently feeds the pain. Your ego can't do your healing for you, so don't leave it in charge of you getting better. Until you process your past, you'll tend to carry it around with you, staying in that space energetically. Type yes to claim.